I got a good conversation for y'all today, man. I don't know how many of y'all watch Club Shay Shay, but if you do, hopefully you watched the Johnny Manziel episode. Very telling. Went into more depth than even the Netflix special did. Johnny was open. Johnny took accountability. There's still a ways Johnny has to go to get to where he needs to be after being up here and then falling off so fast, right, and from such a high point in his life. But he talked about a lot of things that he did wrong, a lot of people he disappointed. Um, Young athletes believe, like, right, when I'm that dude, I'm the quarterback of whatever school, I'm a Heisman candidate, I'm a Heisman winner, I'm a starter. Nothing can go wrong. Nobody can tell me anything. But that's not the truth. I want to play a couple of clips right here, and we'll discuss them, right, about that interview that's really telling with Johnny. So give me 1 second. I'm going to click this real quick. We're going to hear. Check this out.
I felt like the harder I partied, the better that I played.
How?
My freshman year. Tuesdays were beer with the baseball boys at the house playing games, and Thursdays were hitting Northgate, going to the town. Drunk as you could get with all the dogs. Friday was the walkthrough. I go to the walkthrough at 10 a.m. in the morning, dying.
Smelling like a liquor store.
Like a liquor store. And then I would go through that walkthrough, and you can ask anybody that was on that team, and I hit those walkthroughs hard.
Right.
Hand in the fake, I'm taking off down the sideline for 20, 30 yards, running back. I'm sweating it out.
You try to sweat it out.
Oh, yeah. Then we get on the plane.
Right.
Get to the hotel. Meetings. This is the system, and we're winning.
Right.
Now we're 11-2. We beat Bama, and this whole year is Tuesday, Thursday. Bang, bang. All week. Every time. Like clockwork. Every game of the season that year. And I'm getting better as it goes on. I ain't losing a step until that first offseason in 2013. That's when I'm starting to smoke more weed. That's when I'm partying a lot more. And then from there, I'm not taking care of myself in the way that I did the year before to go be special. And my numbers, my second year, totally
We're better.
were better. That's what I needed to do. At that point in time, I needed to get you guys or whoever it was on First Take or this and that talking in the right direction, that these are my, this guy went back and did better than he did the year before. Mm-hmm. So therefore, what is the next step? The next step is the league, the show, the big thing.
So that right there, right, is what a lot of people don't understand. They think because, hey, I'm doing something wrong, but I'm still performing at a high level, this is not going to catch up to me. You got to realize some people are just talented, right? And they can do some things wrong. They can do a lot of things wrong, but you only can do wrong for so long before it catches up to you on the field or off the field. Johnny believed because I'm able to drink and I'm able to still perform, I'm going to keep doing that because it's not affecting me. Not knowing, no, you were able to perform at a high level, but if you would have been locked in, you would have performed at an even higher level. There's no such thing as me trashing my body, not sleeping, drinking, smoking all the time, and I perform better. I'm not saying people haven't been drinking or smoking, but every Tuesday, Thursday, your body has a expiration date on how long it can do those things and perform at a high level. Also, it takes you from being this elite guy in college to a guy that can't perform in the NFL because you're no longer able to do those things in that league. But you believe that's what you can do because you've done it before. So when you set yourself up to believe that, hey, I can do whatever I want and still perform at a high level, no. There's a couple of guys, and there's a handful of those guys that have done it. But even those guys tell you I would have been even better if I would have taken things serious and took care of my body. Now let's go to the next one. We have another one, right?
The suicide thing comes in when you look at life and you say, I fucked up the biggest golden opportunity that you could have ever imagined. And this is where I think whenever you said what you said about the Fan Control Football League, it is sad, Shannon. What you said on that day is exactly right. It is sad to watch a guy who had all the potential in the world, all the opportunity, all the resources and team around him, and he still goes, fuck that. But what if I told you today that I don't think that I loved what I was doing enough to ever get into the mix of doing it the right way. I went through that period with Josh McCown where we did it, but like it.
We'll stop that one right there. So, once again, the partying, the drinking, is to suppress something, right? He said he didn't really love it. He was good at what he did, but he didn't really love it and have a passion for it if you went further into it. And then you start talking about, oh, the suicide and this, because you understand as a human being, as a grown man, that I had the world in my palm and I decided to throw it away. That's on me. That's 100% on me. And if you're a person that's ever been in that position and know that I'm never getting that back, you don't just get that fame back. You just don't become Johnny Football again. You just don't throw all those touchdowns again. And that takes you to a deep, dark place. A lot of people have experienced that because they know that it was self-inflicted. So when you thought, oh, the drinking and the smoking and I can do whatever I want, it's fun. Can't nobody tell you anything. Until it all crashes down, now you're looking for answers, but you still don't want to listen. Now you're thinking about doing something to yourself, and that's what I try and tell young athletes, young people. You have to understand. You have to find people you can trust, and those people that you trust, when they're telling you something's wrong, you have to be able to lean on them and trust that it's true. There was nobody that could tell Johnny anything. And through that, it led him into this situation. We'll go one more. We'll talk one more thing with this. Like I said, I didn't know how many people watch it, but we'll go into it. So right here,
Go
he
from
even talks about
cocaine
these pictures.
to
Don't even realize,
Oxycontin
right?
to
So, but I wanted to, you don't even realize how much weight you're losing and how bad you look at that point. But we'll talk about, you see he's with Braun, he's with Drake here, but listen to what he's saying about this too.
because of me signing with LeBron and Mav, I had the opportunity to even be great in my own right.
Right.
They gave me the best fighting chance and built a team around me. And the thing that I realize now is the reason why they're probably still pissed at me to this day. They don't lose. They don't bet on anything that's not a sure thing. And what I did and the way I carried myself and the way that I was in my time during Cleveland was pure and blatant disrespect to them for giving me everything that I could have ever needed to be successful. So something that still to this day, I think now that we're talking about it, I haven't completely, truly got over yet, how I let them down. And I remember this is how bad off I was whenever I was in Cleveland. LeBron would text me every week to come over to the house and watch a game or play poker with the boys and just tried to be there. And I was so depressed for the first time in my life that even my biggest role model and inspiration in my life couldn't get me out of bed to come and hang out with them. When I went to the Cavs games, I was in, I was out. I didn't really grasp and latch on to him in a way that I should have. And he tries to take me under his wing, right? And I'm just kind of nudging it away because of where my mental is and being just fully depressed in where I was in my life.
So that right there shows you, man, that people are willing to help. You have LeBron, Mav trying to help you. You're in the same city with them trying to build a team around you. But if you don't accept the help, not even LeBron, with all the resources he has, with all the money he has, with all the influence he has, you have to be receptive of help. You have to be understanding that I need help. I have a problem. I have something that needs to be fixed, and I got to go out and accept that problem and be willing to say, you know what, Brian? Help me, man. You've done it all right. And he talked about being depressed and not want to get out of bed even when Brian was hitting him up. Well, guess what? It is hard to do and get out of bed not only being depressed, but it's harder to go look a man in the face that gave you an opportunity and you're throwing it away. That's the harder thing to do, I believe, is, dang, I got to go look him in the face and tell him I know I'm effing up. I know I'm not caring about what you've done for me. I'm throwing away your resources, your relationships that you've put into me. So if you haven't watched this, young kids, like I said, I can go on days and days. There's clips after clip after clip. But Johnny did a great job. I think he still has to grow, like he mentioned many times, like we all have to still grow. But at least he's taking accountability for a lot of the things that happens and understand it was self-inflicted. So if you have not watched Club Shay Shay in this Johnny Manziel episode, please, young athletes, go do it. Forget the Cat Williams, forget the Monique. That's comedy beef. That's what they do. for the young athletes on this page, go watch an interview of a man that was on top of the world like no other, right? There's only been Reggie Bush, Tim Tebow, Johnny Manziel, Shador now. There's very, very few that have had this fame at the college level that could hang out with a Drake, right? That could be anywhere in the world whenever they wanted to. So if you ever want to be that type of guy, I suggest you go listen to this interview and listen to some of the pitfalls and downfalls that Johnny went through. He talks about them all, and he doesn't hold back. So man, go check this out. Go give a like to Club Shay Shay. Man, go follow what Johnny's doing, and of course y'all follow DP on here, on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, IG. Obviously, if you're watching this, you probably follow me already. But I appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. We out.